Hey, now I'm going to show you how to use this cracker medium. Okay, this is MDF board. It's a wood piece. So I already base coated in a brown color or chocolate color. Okay, I would like to use the base color, a dark color. Okay, you can use any color you like. So I choose this brown color. Of course, you can use black color, blue color, red color, whatever color you want. Okay, this one is just a reference, just a sample. So I already divided into 3 sections because I want to use different method to apply to do the cracker effect. So this one I will using the spun. So you will see the spun effect. This one is using the brush. This one will be going to have color blending. Okay, then you can see 3 different texture and 3 different pattern and 3 different cracks. Okay. So I already base coat with the brown color acrylic paint. Now I want to apply this cracker medium. I like to use this folk art, this brand, but you can use any brand that you can get. Okay, so I like to use this one because this one the price is still reasonable, and the cracker also quite nice. So I like it. I like to use this one. So you can use any brand that you can get. Okay, so I pour the cracker medium on the plate. So how you apply the cracker medium, I mean the direction, whatever direction you apply, it will not affect the cracker later. Okay, but the thickness of the cracker medium will affect the cracker effect later, but not the direction you apply. Like for example, you apply in horizontal position, then later the crack will come out in horizontal pattern. No. So how you apply the cracker medium, actually it doesn't matter, but how thick and how thin of the cracker medium you apply will determine the crack, whether it's fine crack or big crack. So let me show you how. I will use a good brush, a soft brush to apply, so it won't create much brush mark. I will use a generous amount, you see a lot, just apply on the top. Some of the part, maybe I will do slightly more thin layer. Here a thick layer, here thick layer. Here maybe I don't want to apply so much. I just apply the remaining, so I don't take again. You see, my direction will be slap or whatever, or sometimes I do horizontally, but I don't over brush it because later you will trigger the crack might be not nice. So just leave it a generous amount. So here again, more. Don't apply all over and over. No, you see I do it very lightly. Now horizontal one. Just now horizontal, now I apply vertically. You will see it's not the direction of how you brush, how you apply the cracker medium will affect the cracker later. No, it's all about how thick and how thin you apply the cracker medium, and also the paint you apply later. This one all a very thick layer, okay, no thin layer. So the last one. So in the market, as I explained earlier, in the market they have few different kind of cracker medium. One is this 1 step only. Another one is they have 2-step crackle, step 1 and step 2. Step 1 and step 2, sometimes they create very nice effect like a glass crackle. It cracks very differently. So because last time I used that one for a glass crackle, that one I bought from Stamperia, very nice crack. And also I used the crocodile cracker before from Cadence, also very nice. But for 1 step, you can use this brand. I feel that it's very easy to apply, and also the effect is quite nice. Okay, a thick layer. Then also another kind is called 1-step cracker. It crack on the paper or it crack on top of the pen. You no need to base coat 1 layer first, then the cracker medium and another layer of paint, no need. Okay, that one we call a 1-step cracker. So you have to blow dry. I blow dry first. Blow dry is very important. You have to totally you have to make sure it's totally dry. Some of the cracker medium, at the description section, or they will advise you to wait for 24 hours is the best. It's the best if you can wait for 24 hours. Wait for it naturally dry. But for this one, you just blow dry, let it very dry. Use the hair dryer, blow dry. Then you can start doing the coloring. But of course, you have to let it cool down first. After blow dry, it will be very hot. Okay, just let it cool down, maybe a few minutes. Then you can apply the paint. So now I blow dry first. Already blow very dry. You see, very dry. You have to make sure very dry. Okay. Then I will use I use this dark color background so that you can see the crack more clearly and more obviously. Okay. Then this one I will use a sponge. I like to use the dauber, easier. Or if you don't have this one, you can use a normal sponge that you use to wash the dishes. Okay, to wash the plate. But I like to use this one because it won't dirty my hand. And for the top, I use the white color acrylic paint so that you can see more clearly the crack. Okay, always remember to shake the paint first before you use. Pour a generous amount. I always use a lot of my acrylic paint, no matter what technique. Like I do base coating, I do color blending, I do sponging, sea sponge, normal sponge, whatever, I will use a lot of paint so the effect come out is different. It's very creamy, very nice. Okay, so I apply a generous amount. So this layer of the paint will determine the crack, whether it's big crack or small crack also. Other than you apply, just now you apply the CrackleMedium, thin or thick will determine the crack is big crack or small crack. And also the paint, how much you apply the paint will also determine the crack is big crack or small crack. So you see here is a lot. I put a lot of paint, a lot. And also remember, after you dab here, you don't overlap again because you see it's start to crackling. It start crackling. If you dab again on top, then you won't see the crack anymore. Okay, try not to overlap it. Don't over dab again. So take the paint again if you want to see nice crack. So always remember to take the crack. The paint. And also if you want to blend in the color, you have to do very lightly or else you will cover the crack. You see it start crackling already. So here, same, dab, just dab. Here I will use the remaining paint. I don't take again, I just use the remaining because I want you to see the effect. This one is more, the paint is not so much. Also slightly blend in the color, I mean to blend in, because or else you will see a lot of mark. This mark, you see, I didn't blend in, you will see the sponge mark. So you have to slightly blend. Here not enough paint, I will take again. Very lightly. See, this one I didn't blend, that's why you can see the mark very clearly. You see it start to crack already. Can see the nice crack. It start crack very fast. Okay. Now I blow dry with the hair dryer. Then you can see the crack much clearer. Try to blow dry, and you will see it. It will crack again after you blow. See, it's a very nice crack. Here you will see the crack is more fine and more small because I apply a little bit of paint only. Here thicker paint, that's why you see the crack is bigger. Okay, then I will finish here first, then I will blow dry and you can see the effect together. Now here I will use the brush. Brush actually for a lot of beginner is a bit difficult because you need to have a steady hand and also you must be very gentle, or else you will tend to tear. You tend to pull up the CrackleMedium. That's why when you apply, you must be very gently. Okay, a generous amount of paint. So now the direction of the paint, how you apply, will determine the cracker direction also, the direction of the crack. Remember, not the direction of you when you apply the CrackleMedium determine the direction of the crack. You see, now I do all vertically, right? Then my crack will be vertically. The crack will look vertically also. Here I will do horizontally. Then let us see what is the result, okay? I use a generous amount. You see here, because the paint dry very fast, that's why you see here, not enough of paint, right? Then you will see the crack is very fine crack and small crack. Here you see very fast it start to crack already. That's why I like this CrackleMedium very much, because it's very dilute, very easy to apply. Some of the CrackleMedium actually very thick, very hard to apply. But this one is good. To me, I found that this is good brand, nice to use. See, so because I apply all vertically, you can see here the crack is more on vertical direction. Here horizontally, you can see the crack is more like going this way. Later when I blow dry, you will see much clearer. Okay, I will show you later. Now I will blend the color. Color blending, I like to use the spun also, or maybe I can use the brush also. So when you do color blending, always remember you need a lot of color. If the color not enough, you will have this effect. Okay, you will have this effect because here not enough paint, just a little bit of paint, then you won't see the crack. Okay, very fine crack, very fine crack. But you see, I apply a generous amount of paint, then you see the crack is very nice, very nice crack. Okay, then also I mentioned before, the direction of how you apply the paint will determine the direction of the crack. You see, here I apply the paint using the brush vertically. That's why you see the crack is in vertically direction. Here I apply horizontally, right? So the crack in horizontal direction. Okay, now here I'm using the brush. One side I using brush, another side I using the spun to do the color blending. I would like to use this moss green and also white color. Because of the MCO, I didn't go to my studio, so I have only few colors with me at home. So I try to use these two colors, okay? But you can use any color you want, okay? But if you are using tissue for decoupage, then I advise you to use a light color for your crackle effect. So always remember the crackle effect, you need a contrast color, then you can see the crack very visible. So the base color, I choose a dark color, and CrackleMedium, then on top I use a light color. That's why you can see the crack very nicely, very clearly. Then here I use the brush. I blend in the color. I will do the white color first. Okay, I take the white color first. But this one is very tough. It's not easy to do color blending on the CrackleMedium because the crack will crack very fast. So if you overlap again the paint, you will cover the crack. Okay, so when you do this one, you need to practice. So for beginner, I advise you to use a spun first. After you are familiar, you already know how to use, you already make a good friend with the CrackleMedium, then you try to use the brush. Before you use the brush, you have to practice also. The brush stroke must be very light. Use the wrist movement only, very light touch. Okay, then only you try the color blending. Okay, I do color blending. You see, I use a lot of paint, a lot. Then very fast, before it dry, I blend in the color. You see, I do it very gently actually. I want to see some of the nice effect like that. So I don't really cover all the line. I want to see the texture of the line. Okay? Just like that, very light. So you don't do again. If you do again on top, you see, you tend to pull up the crackle, even though it already dry, very dry, it will have this kind of effect also. So be very careful. So I don't do again. Even though don't cover, just leave it, okay, because it start crackling already. So now I change to the spun. I use a spun to do the color blending. If you want to do color blending, I also advise you to use the spun first Okay, you try to use the sponge first for practice. So I take the white color, also I blend in with some of the green color. You have to blend in here first, blend. So, but you don't blend well, you still can see white color and you still can see the green color. So you dab on top. So when you want to blend in two color, you have to very gently. Then you won't see the sponge mark here. Okay, not enough white. Mix the color first. If you want more white, then on the sponge you need to have more white. You see, when I want to blend in the color, I will do it very gently. I will spun it very lightly. I want to blend in the color. Okay? Don't overlap so much or else you will cover the crack. When it starts crack, you don't overlap it or you will cover the crack. Okay, done. Okay, then I will blow dry and show you the effect now. Okay, I blow dry first. You blow dry, then you see the effect is very nice, right? I like this kind of effect. When you blow dry, actually you use the heat to force it dry. It will crack more. Actually, it will crack much more and bigger crack. Then we look here again, we analyze again. When you do color blending, you use a brush, soft brush, must be very lightly. I don't like to see a lot of mark. I saw some of, but this one is depends on what effects you want, okay? But I like this effect. I don't like to see the line, the brush mark too much. So if you want to avoid the brush mark, then you have to use a very soft brush and also you have to apply the paint very gently. Very soft touch, use only your wrist. You have to practice first before you do this one. And as you can see, this one using brush, you see the crack is very big. Very fine, very nice crack, big crack, large crack. And this one, I use sponge. That's why the sponge you can see small like circle kind of effect. This one is using sponge. Okay, using sponge. This one is easier for you. If you for the beginner, for your first time using the doing the cracker, better you try with the sponge. Okay, you see the crack also very nice and the color blended nicely. Okay, you won't see one pack of green color, then suddenly one pack of white color. Mix the color well first before you apply on top. And this one is purely using the brush. Okay, you like this one, right? But this one is a bit hard. Always remember, don't overlap because it started to crack. You don't overlap again. Don't overlap the paint and cover the crack. This means not enough paint. Is not enough the CrackleMedium. It's the paint. So I always emphasize that the paint matters. Okay, the paint will determine the crack is big or fine, a small crack. Okay, because the paint is not enough. That's why you see. But you don't see the cracker effect so much. It will be very small crack. This one is big crack because I apply a generous amount of paint because here dry very fast because I don't on my aircon and I don't on my fan. That's why very hot then and the paint dry very fast. And this one I apply the paint vertically. You will see very nice, all in one direction. And here, remember just now I apply horizontally. That's why you will see the crack in this way. Okay, even though not much different, but you can see this line. Here you will see all the line like that, but this one is visible line going that way. And this one I use all the sponge. Here a generous amount of paint. Remember, I use a lot of paint, but here I use the remaining paint on the sponge. Then you will see this very small crack, very fine crack because I use just a little bit of paint. Okay, so I hope this video is useful to you because a lot of customer and my student always ask, teacher, how to use the CrackleMedium. I found that CrackleMedium is very hard to use. Actually, it's not. Just you need practice and you need to understand the products. If you understand it, then you can use it. You can achieve the better result. Okay, if you really scared that when you apply the paint, then the CrackleMedium will come out, then better you can wait for 1 or 2 hours. I don't wait at all. I just blow dry in around 5 minutes, then I apply the paint already. Okay, so happy trying. You can use any brand of the CrackleMedium. Just try and errors. because along the way you will find out the problem, what is your problem, why it become like this and why it become like that. You have to try. Okay, hope you like my video. Hope this also a helpful video to you. Thank you for watching. See you next round.